Hey guys, Matt from Crave here, and this week I'm reviewing Catherine. Now, Catherine has to be by far one of the weirdest games I've played, but don't count it short because it has to be one of the best puzzle games I've ever played. Catherine's whole plot is that once every 100 years, cheating men are plagued with dreams that kill. In these dreams, the men have to solve puzzles as sheep, oddly enough, some sort of metaphor I'm assuming, and they have to go ahead and not mess up. Because if you mess up and you die in real life. But it's said, according to legend, that one man will go ahead and solve all the puzzles, reach the end of the maze, if you will, and be granted one wish at the end of all of it. Yada yada yada. Yeah. And as the game would have you believe, that man is to be Vincent Brooks, the main character.
It's like a magic lamp.
Now, the game takes place with Vincent Brooks sort of caught in a bind.
Were you even listening?
His current girlfriend, Catherine with a K, wants him to settle down, take the next step in the relationship, get married. Whereas his new girl fling, which he bumped into at the bar, the stray sheep, Catherine with a C, is a free spirit, doesn't want to be held down, and wants Vincent to choose for himself, not be a bitch. Now, who you choose is completely up to you.
You're a bad liar.
But I don't know about you, I kinda like Catherine with a C. That's just anyway, there's this whole morality scale, blues, law, pigs, chaos, all these questions that you get asked in all the animated sequences, and toward the end of puzzles even perhaps, whoever you interact and talk with, all affects the morality scale. Now, if you want the true ending, you're going to want to get it more towards the blue side, the law side, irregardless of who you choose. It has to do with the ending of the game, nothing to do with which girl you end up with at the end. Now, as for the guys, there's Toby in the blue, Johnny in the brown, and Orlando with the hat. Now, they'll all interact with you at the bar, which Vincent Brooks seems to have a knack for hanging out at every single night, but who could blame him considering the situation he's in? It's important to talk to all of the characters in the bar, including the boss, the bartender, Erica, the supposed girl waitress, and interact with other stuff in the bar. I don't know, talk around, don't be a wallflower. Anyway, onto the puzzles. When you're doing these puzzles, the key thing to do is make stairs. Stairs allow you to go up and down things. Stairs are good. Embrace the stairs. God damn it. Anyway, when you create these stairs, it's good to be aware of all the other blocks in the surrounding areas. Because as you can see, blocks fall. Sometimes blocks falling is a good thing. Sometimes blocks falling is a bad thing. Use your head. Now, the game does a pretty good job about showing you exactly what to do, and going ahead and giving you tutorials for literally every single possible, conceivable thing you can do with the blocks. It's wise to go ahead and follow them, but some puzzles, you can do whatever you want. There is more than one way to solve a puzzle. That's about all I got on that. But anyway, you're going to want to go ahead and keep advancing, because all the blocks keep falling beneath you. It's not like you got all day to do this. Oh, and as for the gold coins, you're going to want to collect all of those if you ever wish to want to get a gold trophy. Now, you'll get bronze just for beating it, but to get gold, you have to get nearly every single gold coin there is on the map, and you have to complete it within a set time. Not that easy for a first-timer. In fact, I'd have to beg it's probably impossible. But with timing, practice, and multiple tries, anything's possible. Now, as for dying, whenever Vincent dies, it's pretty horrific. Pretty horrific indeed. If you run out of retries, you're just going to be lying there dead. But if you get a retry, you can go back to the beginning of the puzzle, or if you get a checkpoint, you can even go there. Now, as for text messages, they have the same implications as talking to people and answering questions. Still affects your morality scale, and you can text literally anyone, basically. But you basically are limited to responses, which I thought was kind of dumb. But I didn't make the game, not my fault. Now, as for the confessional basically roots out which girl you're gonna end up in the end, or whatnot. You can do whatever answer you feel like, but basically you're gonna want to go ahead and choose the one that makes most sense for the girl you're going after. That's about all I can tell you, without spoiling it. Some of the questions are ridiculous, and you'll be like, what does this have to do with anything, but just answer the question. Now, as for Rampage, no, that's not Rampage. Now, as for Rapunzel, the little mini-game in the game, which I think is kind of cool, you can basically, it's just a miniaturized version of what you're already doing in the game. Every single night you have up to 3 lives, or whatever, 3 credits on the game, and you can go ahead and play essentially the same game with a few different rules. You have power, you're not allowed to move as many blocks as you want. However, blocks won't fall unless they don't adhere to the edge rule, whereby the blocks have to touch at the edges. But basically, your object is about the same. Get to the top, get to Rapunzel. Now, as for Catherine's graphics, the graphics are pretty decent, I'd have to say, for a current-gen game. But overall, give them like, I don't know, like a 3 out of 5. Could have been better, I guess. The anime sequences, they're amazing, but overall gameplay is well. Now, the campaign length is quite ridiculous. Now, even if you knew what the puzzles are, they take a decent amount of time to do, and I mean, just move one block differently, the entire puzzle layout's different. So I'd have to say, with like a length of 12 to 15 hours, it's pretty long. Difficulty, depending on what difficulty you choose, I mean, I found normal pretty challenging, and I mean, that took me forever to complete. The overall story, it's a pretty crazy story. I'm not going to give away anything, but there's multiple outcomes, like up to 8 different endings. I'd give it multiple playthroughs. I'd say replayability is pretty high. There's absolutely no multiplayer in this, or co-op, but it's a single-player game. I wasn't really expecting that. Other game modes, I already mentioned Rapunzel. Gameplay plays pretty well, the controls are pretty good. Controls aren't like any other game I've played. Some of the achievements are pretty hard to get to. You're probably not going to get all of them in one playthrough. This is sort of a game for achievement junkies who like to go the extra mile. Now, as for the game, I have to say I'd give it an 8. Buy it used. You heard it from me, you heard it from the Crave crew. Till next time, Matt from the Crave crew, signing out.